Welcome, everyone, to a Pac-12 chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Utah head coach Craig Smith. Fresh off an incredible week last week in the Pac-12, knocking off Arizona. Arizona certainly was one of the hotter teams in the country, winning the Maui Invitational. And then going to Pullman and winning in Washington State, which is never easy. I don't care what's going on with the Cougars. How do you explain this turnaround, Craig? Because I know down in Florida, things did not go as planned, but certainly in the last week or so, you guys have looked like a team that could be playing certainly into March.
Well, down in Florida, we were able to beat Georgia Tech in a tight game. We got a big lead, kind of lost it, and then found a way to win late. And then we played Mississippi State. Mississippi State's very good. They're ranked in the top 25, and they're elite defensively, and I would fully anticipate them being an NCAA tournament team. And then we came back and won a game we should have won on Saturday, and that week was so good for us, Andy. You could just see us getting better. We're a very inexperienced team. I would say we have three veteran guys. Brandon Carlson, returning all Pac-12 player. Marco Anthony won a national championship, Virginia. Been in an NCAA tournament every year of his career, except for last year at our place. And then Raleigh Wooster's made a big jump from his sophomore year to junior year and was the Pac-12 player of the week this week. But you could see it. Like, you could see it in practice. You could see it in the games. Our inexperienced guys, and we're playing a couple true freshmen. You could just see the strides they were making. And then for the first time since I've been here, we finally had continuity. Like, we actually were able to practice with all 15 guys for 10 days or so. And so Anthony missed the first three games, wasn't himself game 4. Keba, who's really come onto the scene for us as a true freshman, missed the game 3 with an ankle, hardly played game 4 because he just wasn't right. And then he got healthy for Florida. So we had a little bit of mojo and some continuity going to the Arizona game, and they are elite. I mean, you've seen them, Andy. You don't win the Maui Invitational by accident. You better be talented and have the right mindset. And we played great basketball. We played very, very well against the defending champs. It's the first time since 2002, University of Utah men's basketball has beaten the top 5 ranked team. And we took some shots in that, the first half we were up 17. We took some haymakers in that second half, which you would expect from that, but we were able to finish that game in the right way. And then, it's such an emotional victory, a signature victory in a lot of ways for our program. And to be able to validate that going on the road, to beat a tough-nosed, tough-minded team in Washington State, and it was kind of an ugly game. We were down 6 with 2:45 to go. And we're able to somehow find a way to get that game in overtime and then win it. I just think it validates the things that we've been doing, and it builds trust with all these new guys and all these young guys and inexperience. They can look each other in the eye and know, we can do it, and not just say it, but actually, instead of just talking the talk, we've been able to walk the walk. And now we got to keep this momentum going forward.
So with those veteran guys, especially Brandon and Raleigh, because they played so well in those 2 games, those 2 Pac-12 wins, it's one thing to say, okay, these are our, veterans, some of our best players, but then for them to go out and do it in the most meaningful games to date, what did that tell you?
Well, they're maturing, they're growing, and we know they're invested. They're fully vested in what we're doing. They've had a great voice. Not only are they doing it like their production, their voices and their leadership, Andy, have really, really improved to carry over to, we have 6 new guys in our program. So helping them understand, what Utah's basketball is about, what our culture is all about. And it starts with defense. And so, we're number 2 in the country in field goal percentage defense behind Houston, number 2 in the country in 3-point field goal defense behind Rutgers, right? Number 3 in defensive rebounding. So we're doing the 18 in the country in blocks. We're hanging our hat on that end of the floor. We're shooting the ball at a high level, but those 2 guys, as veteran guys, plus Marco, their voice has been great. Their example has been great. They're everyday guys. And so their actions speak louder than their words. And I think when your veterans do that, it trickles down to everybody else on the team.
All right. So here's the thing that I know that you're 2-0 in the Pac-12. Utah has had moments where they've had whether it was you or previous coaches, where they've had those signature wins, but haven't been able to consistently string them all together over the course of a conference season. But now you've got 2 in the bank, 2-0, before you jump back in here, shortly in a few weeks. How do you ensure that doesn't go to waste, that you build off of that and you continue the momentum once you get into the throes of conference play?
Yeah, Andy, this is a little bit cliche-ish probably, but I think more than ever, we're just worried about being our best on a day-to-day basis. We have so much to work on and so much to get better at, and we just have all this newness in our program, right? I mean, 2 true freshmen are playing significant minutes for us, and we're just trying to get everybody to gel together and not worry about, the next 2 conference games. We still got, BYU before Christmas, and our next game up, Jacksonville State, is really well coached, right? TCU coming up. So I'm just worried about, let's get better today. I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but like we've told our guys, we want to be the best, and our expectations are very, very high, right? Our expectation and our goal every year is to make the NCAA tournament and win when we get there. But I'm not worried about all that. We got to control what we can control and be our best on a day-to-day basis. And if we do that consistently, all the other stuff will truly take care of itself. So I know that's a classic coach answer.
No, hey, that's fine.
But, but that's the fact.
I'm just curious on campus with the win over USC last week, Rose Bowl. What's the buzz like at Utah?
I told our athletic director, Mark Harlan, who's done a great job. What a week it's been for our department to be able to beat the number 4 ranked team in men's basketball on Thursday night. And then football team wins the bowl championship and beats the number 4 ranked team, USC Trojans, on Friday night. And then kind of the way we are able to win on Saturday, I think it's been ecstatic. It's a great place to be. You can see the Huntsman Center right over here. But there's a lot of mojo at the University of Utah. We have so many great things going on. Our administration's fantastic. We have so many outstanding coaches, but it's all about the student athletes. And, we have a great group of young men that have great pride in this place and understand our tradition of excellence. And there's a lot of pride going on. And so we're excited. It was a heck of a 3-day run, and we got to keep it going. And of course, the football team's in the Rose Bowl again, back-to-back years playing the Penn State Nittany Lions. So it's an exciting time. That's for dang sure. And I'm so super proud and excited to be a part of it.
Well, I appreciate your time, Craig, and congrats off to a great start in the Pac-12.
Thank you, Andy. Go Utes.